Well, hello, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Kip and I brought Kip with me, but he's gonna go back to his bed. Want to invite you in for a Christmas tour. So I do an annual tour every year, and what you're gonna notice about this year's tour is yes, I have a hoarse voice right now. I had a cold a few weeks ago, and it still has a little bit of hoarseness, but I feel fine. So we're gonna have a Christmas open house. I had some friends over last night for an open house cocktail hour, and I want you to have the same experience right now. So grab something to drink. I'm drinking coffee, feels good. And come on into the house. This is where I welcome everyone in. This is what I call my front door. It's a side door. But this is where I have lots of lights for you to feel festive. I have some greenery. I have some glass spheres that light up. But you know what the most important thing is? This is just where I want you to feel like it's your house. So come on. You guys got in here fast. So right here in the entryway, if you're coming over to my house in an evening, this is just pretty quick and low key, but I have hooks here that you can just hang your coat on. Just throw it on. I didn't want it to be, cumbersome with having to get closets. You can just throw it on. There is a bench here. You can take your shoes off if you so choose. I won't force you. And then, you have to add a few flourishes. Now what you're gonna notice this year, I don't change things every year. I have things I really enjoy at Christmas, like I'm sure you do too. And I might switch where I put them a little bit, but it's not too different. I did add these beautiful LED lit, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but they have lights in them, so they really glow at night. And I have a few of these outside by my door, and then a couple in here. I like to create some cohesion, both outside and inside. So what you see outside maybe carries through a little bit inside too, and you kind of see those. I know I've talked about this in other years, but I had a question early on when I did a question answer time on my stories about what's a way to dress up pictures. I don't usually do that, but one thing I do is I do add a couple wreaths and hang them right over the pictures that are always here. I just think it's a nice little festive touch, It adds a little bit of a moment. The only other thing I sometimes do is have a couple pictures that are winter or Christmas. And so since I have botanical prints up here, just recently I was thrifting with my mom and I found this beautiful little holly drawing, kind of like a little painting someone did. And I thought that's too perfect for $12 to not add it. Why not? And especially when it's mixed with a little bit of garland. Garland goes a long way. This is a magnolia faux garland, it's not real, but it goes a long way in just making you feel extra festive, right? So we're gonna start in the kitchen. Because when I'm having people over like I am with you right now, we start in the kitchen. And that's because that's the heart of the home. And yes, this is where I'm usually filming videos, but when I'm having you over, this is where the food is, and usually the drinks. Sometimes I move the drinks somewhere else, but last night when I had friends over, the drinks were right in here. So let's talk about the flow a little bit when I'm having an open house and or party. I do have the space and had two islands. One is much smaller, one is bigger. This one always has all the food. So last night we had somewhat of a cocktail appetizer night. So we had different plates of food all around here. You could grab a plate, mill around, get what you want. But when you first come in, I had drinks and they were right over here. So you can separate the clog of people a little bit and have drinks over here. I think having things at separate areas always is good because it moves people and it keeps them kind of going around. So I had a big bowl of eggnog here. I had a mocktail set up here that you could pour yourself and bottles of water. I put the water in bottles and I put them here. Let me show you actually, I have one over here. I keep these on hand, have quite a few of them, just like you would often use in a restaurant. I fill them up before people come, so I have multiples of these and I can just pull them out and set them there. That way no one's asking, where's the water? Where do I get water? Does the fridge have water? It's just out and you have to have things open. So this year, you may remember year to year, usually I have here a large antique dome of glass and I really like it. But this year I wanted to switch it up. So I'm using a big bowl. I've had here a big dough bowl, threw pine cones in it, some dried oranges because they instantly feel festive. This is one, the Pomodoro I'm letting dry on its own. And this one is doing it very well, actually. It's almost fully dried. I love that. Anyway, the rest of them I did dry in the oven, but I did bring back the polar bears this year. I didn't use them last year and I missed them, so they're sitting in here. This is another thing I always do around the holidays. I have seasonal fruit that I use. So I replenish this often because oranges, I will use the zest, I will use slices in drinks, I will use it in dressings even. So I keep them here. Pomegranates I use on salads. And so they work well because they can stay out over a week at a time, if not longer, but I use them enough that I can just throw them on there. Last night, actually, I was using cranberries in a drink and I had some extras, so I just threw those in too. Why not? Usually when people are over, you end up around here for food, but then you mill around the rest of the house. So we'll talk about how you make sure you have little nibbles in places too. But as far as what I did for Christmas this year, since this is a Christmas tour and open house, I kept it somewhat the same. I put a few little bottle brush trees up here, and then over here, I kind of did the same mixture I think I did last year. You know, when you have things you really enjoy, these are antique bell schnickel Santas. So these are, I've shown them before, they're kind of a cardboard Santa. Most of these are German in origin. Early 1900s on these. They're not as old as some of them get. But they're just kind of fun to have there, and they hide the plug-in to my greenery behind them because it sticks out kind of. Over here, I did that same kind of mix. This is on an antique. I just found this year and I was really excited. It's mercury glass, which I collect. It's a nice pedestal out of mercury glass and it looks so good. Again, with mimicking those two sides. And then a big jar of Kugels, because why not? If I don't have drinks and plates set up out, I will keep these doors open like I'm gonna do right now and see if I have more coffee. And like if I'm having people over more of a brunch or a morning, I just have this open and people can come over, grab coffee as they want to. Thankfully, I still had some. And it's kind of more casual. I want my house to feel like it's everyone's home. So when you come over, I want you to know where things are, not have to ask and just make yourself at home. That's what it's all about. Over here, I do have my amaryllis, which I don't know if I will ever get an amaryllis timed correctly to bloom on Christmas, but we're getting closer this year. We have blooms coming out. This third one here is coming out, and these over here are beginning to push out. In all honesty, they probably won't bloom till January, but we're gonna enjoy them then, aren't we? We are. You know, otherwise, I've kept it the same in here. I have my Merry Christmas that gets crooked because the door slams and I need to put 2 nails in and I just haven't. You know, my copper collection, I do change it out every so often. I do use some of the pieces. Remember always with copper, you wanna make sure they're safe to use. Sometimes they need to be re-tinned and updated. So these down here I use more often, and you can see now it's starting to get dull, which is normal, but these are the ones that are a little bit more hefty and I've had re-tinned and kind of refurbished, and I do use those more. So as you're coming off of the kitchen, we're gonna flow right into the dining room. You know, my house it's not necessarily large, but it has gracious openings between the rooms, so the flow can be really good. So this is always obviously the dining table. Last night I did have this set up, even though it was cocktails and appetizers, just because a lot of my friends, we like to sit around and talk. So I have this set up for people to sit at, but there's other areas too. Now my sister and her family, my mom, everyone, we will be here probably Christmas Eve and then at my mom's house across the road, Christmas Day most likely. And since my sister's here for a few days because she comes from Virginia, we do go back and forth. This year, there's only 2 changes to this tree. It has the antique Kugels on it. You know I love them. They are 1800s heavy German glass ornaments with a foil inside for color. So the big change was I used a copper wash tub as the base. I like the patina and I like how it looks with the Kugels. I think they work together really well. Then also, since I always have had on kind of old looking, and some of them are old, candles, I got the little you can put a battery in them and these candles light up and go on a timer. I really like the addition of those this year. The one change I might make with them next year, they pop out of their holders. You can just pull them out. I might put them in antique holders like this more because then they would match the aesthetic. So see how these have an old, and these are antique holders right here. I could pop these out and put them in that holder just like a normal candle would have been. Talking about antique mercury glass in the kitchen, this is where I use it, often at Christmas. So these are antique butler's balls. They're usually from the late 1800s, early 1900s, around where a butler would have these on a sideboard in a dining room so they could see behind them as they were facing doing things, what was happening at the table to their back. So you know, all that kind of stuff. I try to just switch it up, have fun things here. All these are wax pine cones that light up. Up here I didn't do much this year. I did put some garland up and I have a couple large, these are store display ornaments, which I think are so fun. You find them every so often, but they would have been in like store displays around Christmas, probably in the 40s and 50s. It'd be cool to have a tree of these, even though they're oversized. I think they'd look really good. Before I knock down the garland, let's go over to the living room. Right here in the living room, this is where we ended last evening with some of those that stayed later. One thing I think that's important is to always have things around that people can nibble on when you're sitting. Now, I didn't bring it all out, but what I do have always are some, these are just festive around the holidays if kids aren't around, liqueur-filled chocolates from Europe. Now, if kids are around, obviously you don't want to keep these where someone might just pop one in their mouth, but they're just kind of fun to have something that you don't have all the time. Everyone was having fun looking through them last night, deciding which one to try. The one thing with these, if you eat one, don't take a bite out of it. Put it all in your mouth and eat it because there's liquid inside of them, liqueur, and they will pop open. So this is when I use things that you don't use other times of the year, that you have to shine up. You get them out, you shine them, you use them. Use the things that are in your cabinet. Use the things that are from mom and grandma. One, it would make them happy, but two, it's when you're gonna use them here at Christmas. So another thing I will have is like over here I had peanuts, which by the way, I made these candied peanuts. They are so good. On my website, I have some different candied nuts. I love them. I think they just all are so festive. It's nice to have different bowls of them around when people are here. So as you're sitting, you can nibble. No, we don't need food all the time, but it's nice to have those things you can do. This year, I decided why switch everything out? So I have this bowl of moss here often during the year, and I do different things with it. So during Christmas here, I put on this antique sleigh, have some little deer around it, some mushrooms, and it felt like a woodland little theme, and I loved it. Another thing I often will do is get out any books I have that are Christmassy and set them around. My sister gave me this one last year. I love this book. It's old. It's children's letters to Santa Claus, and they're so fun to read through. So if you have people over, they usually pick them up, start reading them. It's just a really cute thing. But different Christmas books are just fun to have out. Again, this flows right on in to the TV room. Now, this is where it's nice to have different seating areas, even though in a small space. You have different seating areas so people can be having conversations in different areas if they want to. Or if you get tired of someone, you can go to another room. Hopefully not. But this is also where I just spend my time every evening. If I'm gonna be watching TV or sitting relaxing, that's gonna be in here. So this is where I put my mushroom tree that I'm sure you've seen. If you follow me, you know I love mushrooms. Some of you have followed me maybe for quite a few years and know this gets added to. Friends send me mushrooms. I just like the whimsy of them. And last night, it to me was the best compliment. One of my friends said, I was just staring at the mushroom tree and it felt like the most wonderful childlike memory that I never necessarily had but loved. And that's what this tree is really all about. No, I didn't grow up with a mushroom tree either. But it somehow mimics that spirit of Christmas that makes me excited. And that's hopefully what everything always does. This is where I put things that are a little bit more breakable because you can't break them. So all those miniature mercury glass deer that I get, they go up here. A friend, so kind, gave me, I guess they're probably herons, I'm guessing, or cranes. But look how fun they are. And they go with the deer. They're the same material, but obviously look different. But they're so fun. And then a friend just gave me a larger deer, which is beautiful. That's to me the moments and the fun about collecting, because our family too will often give each other things, maybe it's antiques or things we collect, and then you have that moment and that memory to attach to it. I love that. So this is where we would go upstairs, and we are gonna go upstairs, but it's not gonna be in this video. They just get too long and lengthy, and I know they get a little long to watch. So I'm gonna post a whole second video that you're gonna have to just check back for, and I'll post it separately, and we'll go on upstairs. I had a lengthy remodel this year if you've been following, and I'm excited to show you all the Christmas upstairs. Why not? So check back. We got the downstairs done. You're invited over to that open house, but the open house can continue upstairs in the next video. So I'll be back soon.